This is Jay Maria, huh?
I love your Super Tuna shirt.
I like your Super Tuna.
Sundu, take off your shirt! DJ, spin that shit!
109,000 streams.
Yeah, number 29.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Stop it. Stop it, please.
You made it to your father's concert, buddy.
You did it, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm having my best time of my life right now.
And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nathan.
I'm China.
This is SYJ Official. We are hyped to finally say we are here for Bangtan. That's right, everybody. We are here for BTS. But that's right, everybody. We are here at the beautiful Stanford Stadium at Stanford, California.
Out of all places, BTS chose Stanford, the little college town.
Right? And that's what's so crazy to us, because Stanford is very much a college town.
Plus, it's literally our backyard because we work here.
The secret's out, guys. This is where we're from.
Yep.
We work here. And yeah, when we got here this morning, the traffic wasn't actually too bad.
When did we get here? 8:40.
Yeah, we got here around like 8:40, 8:45-ish. Immediately went to that merch line.
So, at Stanford, there are multiple booths where you can buy merch. The ones that are surrounding the area are actually like your typical concert venue merch booths where you line up in a line, they give you the stuff, and then you actually have to interact with a person. However, there is one booth that is located over there. That's considered like the Amazon checkout. It goes by significantly quicker, and you'll actually get to see that later on. But was able to vlog a little bit about that. So yeah.
Take it away, past sister.
Hi everybody, it's just me alone right now, currently parked at Stanford Mall. It is the Friday before the concerts. We are going to do pre-order merch pickup as well as attempting to stand in line for the early merch. It's not too far from the Stanford Mall. Right after, we're gonna drive to the early merch shopping. We'll see if it actually is successful. We've been hearing the lines were already starting yesterday night, which we are shocked. The lines are kind of snaking from where the tent is until like a couple of rounds in the track area. So there's no guarantee that the early merch shopping might happen, but we're gonna try. Alright, and now we are mobile. It's actually not that far. It's okay, we're taking the scenic route.
Wait.
Alright, so that's the building over there. It's literally an old Bank of America building. Hello? Yeah, right here. Thank you.
Here's your large black t-shirt.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Buddy. Okay. Oh my god, it was so freaking hot. Wow, oh my word. Overall, that was the most painless process. It was literally an in and out process. Scan the QR code and then the person gives you all of the stuff and you go on your merry way. Overall, it was very, very seamless. It seemed like the whole process was really, really cool. And just the fact that like it's in a building is really cool as well. Really quick haul of the stuff that we bought. It's the sweat set here, Arirang sweat set. It's very heavy. All of the merch is actually really, really heavy, except probably the jerseys. I got this hoodie. This one says, I really like this style, not gonna lie. I'm a sucker for good cut and sew. Has the cities in the back. Also very surreal to see Stanford as a listed city. Stop. Love it, love it. This is the Arirang t-shirt. Back has the dates, the cities, my bad. I also have the hoodie. Front side has the Arirang logo here. It smells nicer. Arirang spray painted, and then the store stops. Last item is Nathan's. He thought it was really funny. This is the license plate holder. I'm actually not gonna open this, but it is a license plate holder. Ironic because he actually doesn't have a car. It's just a gag gift. I guess. So after an hour, was able to get through the line. Goes by super quick. Was able to get all that I needed except for the jerseys, of course. Backstory, I already have one of the member jerseys, but I'm looking for the Stanford red jersey, which they sold out of really quickly. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow. At least one. Come on, let's be real. So I got what I wanted for the most part. What I got the stamp. Not a lot of people are talking about the stamp. This is the one of the items I'm most excited about. So I got 7 jerseys. This one right here, it's really nice quality. And in the back, constellation of the Milky Way, I think. I'm not quite sure, but details in this thing, man, is crazy. The 7 here, it's actually sewn on. Other things, I got the hat. This one very much reminiscent of the Arirang Tour t-shirt. This is a US exclusive, so it's the split BTS t-shirt. It says BTS wherever. It says BTS Arirang here. This is the windbreaker, which I'm hoping to wear to work at least once or twice. There you go. And then the last stuff that I got, keychain as well as the car ornaments, just like that. This little bomb with a little swing. You can actually make this a keychain if you want to. I got the plush keychain. Ooh, this is nice quality. What the heck? But yeah, that's all I got. Tomorrow is another day that we're going to attempt at getting more merch. So yeah, back to you.
But yes, everybody, the merch line that we were part of, I believe it was on that Galvez Street. And these are one of the rudimentary K-pop merch booths that you see at every other concert you go to. Go up to the front and you have to interact with the person.
And it does take a little bit longer compared to the Amazon checkout. Everything at the Amazon checkout is basically automated. They'll still give you the stuff, you still have to interact with the person, but in terms of like checking out, it's literally you take your stuff and then you put it on the table, or does some magic, and then it gives you a total, and then you pay, and then you leave. In and out in a couple of minutes.
Whereas for us, when we got there around like 8:45, when did we finish?
1:42 p.m. exactly is when we finished.
Oh my god.
Prepubescent Jungkook, everybody.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yes!
Yes! And everybody, you may notice video looks a little bit different than what you're used to, and sounds a little bit different than what you're used to. And that is because we can't bring our typical vlogging equipment to this concert, sadly.
Out of all the places that is the strictest, it would be Stanford.
Yep.
Who would have thought?
So typically we would just bring like those black Uniqlo bags that you guys are so used to seeing us bring. However, Stanford Stadium has a clear bag only policy. So that means if you don't got this or something like this, you have to either get your bag checked or you can't bring it into the stadium.
With this concert being pretty historic, you want as less stress as possible. The less stuff you bring or you follow the rules, the easier it will be to enjoy your concert.
I even emailed the concert organizers and basically asked, hey, these are my vlogging equipment, this is my backpack, or this is my bag that I'm planning to bring. Can I bring these? And the vlogging equipment, X'd out. Nope, you can't bring that. But they said as long as your bag is smaller than this parameter right here,
12 by 6.
then you're totally fine. You can bring that. But it's the vlogging equipment that is really the crux of it. So that's why you guys are seeing the vlog as it is right now. You guys are hearing our voice as it's coming in right now. We don't have our usual mic, sadly, so we're gonna have to scream and speak up and
enunciate. And we're using transatlantic accents. We're sorry, but we do not have mics, so we have to.
you have to say, watch this beat go. We are hooligan. Hooligan.
That took a lot of effort, by the way. I had no clue I can do that.
And going back to our point earlier, yes, we are here in our own backyard at Stanford, California. Stanford, California is very much a college town. We even have our own zip code. Like Palo Alto itself is 94304. Stanford is 94305. For those of you guys who aren't from here, think of Stanford like a concentric target circle within Stanford and Palo Alto. So think of Stanford as the smaller circle inside of a bigger circle, which is what's called Palo Alto, California. All right, everybody, so right now we are at the Gate 5 entrance.
And as you can see, it's hot. Even if the forecast says 76 degrees,
It don't feel that way.
it feels like it's 90 degrees.
And the sun is literally beating down on us right now. So all around us, people are fanning themselves. They have drinks of water all on them, and we're all just trying to stay cool and stay away from that dang laser in the sky as much as we can.
Rightfully so, that feels super hot because the fan project for tonight is actually in the shape of a fan.
Wow, look at that. Yay, practical fan projects, yay! Guys, with the Gate 5 entrance that we are at, this is actually one of many gate entries. There's going to be multiple points of entry, so this big one is not our only option, but it is the closest one to our seats. Supposedly. Judging from the map that we saw, Gate 5 is the most ideal one for us to go to. And where are we seated? Section 115.
It's 360. Hello, if it's anything that Twice has taught us.
360 equals more better. Not according to Jihyo and Jungyeon though. But we did look up our seat view from one of those like view from my seat websites, and oh my god! What? This is crazy! But yes, everybody, it's hot. We're all trying to stay cool out here, but thankfully we're in a nice community of armies here. Some people are passing out free water bottles.
And as I always say, always hydrate before meeting your faves.
Yes.
Trust me.
Guys, we really wish that we can make the vlog a little bit more dynamic and show you around like what Stanford has in store for all the army that are coming here to the Bay Area today. Unfortunately, because of how long we took in the merch line this morning, we just did not have the opportunity to walk around the stadium and show you guys like all the beautiful signs that Stanford put up. I heard that there was like a Samsung booth here that you can take a photo op in front of.
There's a ton of stuff that's like located on that side of the stadium, but unfortunately we didn't make it to that side because when we got to this point, they were already forming the line, and it just so happened that like, oh, this is the end of the line, so we just took the opportunity, and now we're here.
Yeah, guys, we just had to secure our race in line to get in already because we are not risking missing out on a couple songs at the beginning of the concert.
A couple of songs and maybe the opportunity to get the red jersey. I'm just saying.
Yeah. We're still a little salty about that. We were so close. We were so close, guys, to getting that Stanford jersey.
So when we almost got to the front of the line, basically the two of the things that were sold out were the red jerseys, unfortunately, and a Jungkook member specific jersey. But what's funny is that a couple of minutes after they put up the sold out on the Jungkook jersey, we literally saw someone in the merch booth pick up a Jungkook jersey.
Yeah.
And we were just like,
They had him just underneath the desk the whole time. So they do have the Stanford jerseys.
they just don't want to put the effort into finding it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Everybody just cut the merch people some slack. They're trying their very best. It says sold out. It's okay because inside there's also other opportunities to buy merchandise.
So once we get inside, going to hunt down that dang red Stanford jersey.
And maybe that Jungkook jersey just so that we can say that we have it.
Yeah.
So it's currently day 2. We were not planning on coming today, but because we were so unsuccessful with the Stanford jerseys, I could just not let it go. So we woke up this morning at the booty crack of dawn, and now we're here. Who's next to me?
Hello, I'm here against my body's best wishes. We took a second take and I was described as an ajushi. She was not incorrect. Got my ajushi saseng stool right here. So for the next 6 hours, I sit, and I wait for the next 6 hours because it's not right that people out of state got this jersey and we didn't as Stanford locals.
Freaking work here and we couldn't get the jerseys, man. We'll see how long this is gonna take. We look so puffy. It's
alright. Have you seen the people over at the very front of the line? They've been here since last night, since the concert ended.
It's freaking insane.
They plopped at 10 p.m. apparently.
The concert ended at 9:15.
This is the hardest we ever fought for a piece of fabric.
But when can we say that BTS will come back to Stanford?
Exactly, so that's why we are here, baby. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm gonna take a quick nap.
Oh, okay. So technically, this is kind of the end of the line. It stretches from here all the way around the track, then outside the track, outside the perimeter of the track, behind the Stanford Visitor Center, all the way there, and then out here, And then over there is the entrance to where the tent is at. And then there are 4 snaking lines. And then it's the merch.
Looks like there's going to be quite a bit of movement happening. Hopefully, once they start moving forward, it'll make a considerable ripple effect.
We're moving.
All right, let's do this thing.
We're moving. Wait. Why'd you open the thing? We're moving.
I'm gonna open and slam this on the ground as many times as it takes. One slam in the ground is 1 jersey for us. Think about it for a second. The more we slam our luck to the ground, the more the number, more better. For all counts and purposes, it's actually pretty good.
See, this is exactly the same experience I had on Friday night. It moved significantly quick. The one thing that made it long is the snaking line that's right in front of the tent.
Pan over here. Look at all of those.
That's stock right there, man.
Every single one of these boxes has merch in it. And probably more, since there's more over here behind the tent. There's gotta be at least 1, at least 2 for us. And of size, mind you, I would want to wear this and not put it in like a sports frame to put on my wall, like some people do with NBA jerseys.
That's true.
I want to wear this stuff, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we moved pretty far compared to where we were. At least we're not facing the sun.
Baby, you remind me of someone like you. Where is Namsan Tower? There is Namsan Tower. Kidding, that's Hoover Tower. That's a historical piece of the Stanford campus. Does the bell ring? Sometimes. I've never heard it.
Have we ever been up there? No.
No. Number 29 can be up there. I'm kidding, it's not.
All right, we've made significant progress. We finally entered the gate. Look at all those boxes.
There's gotta be some in there, right?
But then we all have the snaking line, but then, yeah, it should hopefully go by quick. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Thank you so much.
We're here.
1 hour later, we're actually inside where the tent is.
It's our second chance at redemption to get these dang jerseys right here. And the time that it took for us to get to the front here, how long was that? Like about like an hour.
It was an hour.
Right?
Compared to how it was at the other merch tent, when an hour passed, we didn't even move from our spot. So this is actually,
This is pretty good.
this is really good. So it's moving fairly fast.
We're looking at people that are leaving the line from just after checking out. It does seem like we have a glimmer of hope. People are leaving with the red jerseys. So I think, if anything, hopefully our mission will be completed and we won't leave this line salty and angry and stomping our feet to the Stanford Athletic Store to get Jin's jersey as a compensation. Time check for right now is 10:36.
10:36. We got in line like around what, 8 o'clock. Opened at 9. 10:36 is where we got going for us, and we are at the front. We're about to enter, so we'll see you on the other side.
We're good, thank you. I'm good, thank you.
All right, no problem, no problem.
Have a good day, all right?
You too, you too.
Oh, so nice.
What time is it right now?
Fam,
We got well.
we got him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Time check for right now is 12:24.
How many attempts at this? Let's go, finally.
The amount of seething rage when we got to the front of the Amazon booth, to the point we can legitimately see the red jerseys being handed out to people in the line right in front of us, right? We can see it with our own 3 eyes. We get in and they only to be told, oh, sorry y'all, we're sold out. What?
It was a good hour that we were both collectively so mad. We woke up really early and we stood in line an hour, 2 hours before the merch started, and the line was going by so quick. So we were like, oh, we actually might have a chance. Only to find out that like when we get to the front of the line, oh, sorry, we actually don't have any more. Both of us are really, really positive people overall. The amount of anger and rage that we felt, astronomical, I think is the best.
It's an unhealthy amount of rage.
Yeah, we had to walk around just to like cool off. Finally, we were like, let's go check another booth. Maybe they have it.
And so we went over to the one that we went yesterday, and lo and behold, they got him. They got him. We didn't want to like hold on to hope because we were disappointed so badly over at this booth right over back here.
Which ironically has the most stock. Why did they run out so quickly? lively today. We wanted to debrief why this jersey is so in demand and significant, and why did we put the effort to these much lengths to get this jersey. First of all, it's city exclusive.
Stanford will have a stop, El Paso, Texas has a stop, Las Vegas will have a stop, so they will have their very own this. You can't get this at any other location.
Correct. And it's a limited run. Who knows? Usually the city specific stuff gets on Weverse after the tour, so who knows, maybe this jersey will probably sell on Weverse at some point. But you know, we really just wanted it now to commemorate the occasion. And it's not like a screen printed thing either. It's actually cut and sew. So
look closer. You can see the risen stitching on each letter.
Yeah.
It's not like screen printed on there. This is what screen printing looks like. This is, it says Stanford 26.
Yes, that's the reason why we went to such great lengths to get this freaking jersey. Started on day 0. I already knew it was gonna be almost impossible because I started so late. Tried then, unsuccessful. Then Saturday was our second option, and we got to the line like 20 minutes before the merch started. Extremely unsuccessful there.
Yeah.
And then we need to secure these jerseys at some point, so we sacrificed the sleeping time, got here, and we were first disappointed because when we went through the first merch booth, we thought we had a chance. We didn't. It sold out really quickly, right in front of our eyes. The last ditch effort, finally, we were able to secure the jerseys. We had very positive vibes from the people we met in line. You guys manifested it so well. The combination of all of our hope, it paid off, so yay.
It pays to be around positive people.
Indeed.
People don't believe everything you see on Twitter, okay?
Yes.
Don't let that negativity sour your mood or sour your expectations, because that will carry with you when you're here, all right?
All the discourse saying that Stanford Day 1's crowd was dead,
That's a lie.
it's a lie.
That's a straight up lie.
It was actually really, really loud.
Yeah.
To the point where like the stadium shook for a good 5 seconds.
Yeah, we thunderdomed
like,
for a good couple of seconds.
It got to the point where Jimin was really scared of, and was like, stop, 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 stop. And we were singing along, and we did sing the Arirang chant. At least the both of us did. That's our adventure, and that concludes our merch buying
Side quest.
Now
we pass it back to day 1, Nathan in China.
let's go. Hey.
All right, guys, so we just heard word that we are moving in the line now. Woo! All right, y'all, we're going in. We've made it inside. We've made it inside.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Everybody, so we made it. We made it past inside. We're in. We're in. Woo!
We did set off the alarm. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so I guess we can kind of consider this as the beginning of the vlog.
Hey guys.
Hey everybody, it's us again. It's your favorite Bay Area vlogging twins. All right, everyone, so now that we are finally inside of the little dome that is Stanford Stadium, we can finally breathe a little easier now. And because we're not so close together, we're not in the direct laser beam of the sun behind us. Look at how much is blowing out the footage right now. All right, guys, so before we go into section 115, we're just taking a walk around the stadium just to see what can we see, what else is out here.
What merch do they have? Do they have jerseys?
Do they got the Stanford jersey? Where is it? I need it now. Where is it? Where'd it go? Yeah, so we're walking around now. We see food trucks, we see concessions. Of course, we do see the merchandise booths as well, and we see long lines of people already forming by the merchandise, as you guys can see behind us right here. At least we don't have the sun beaming right on top of us. It feels a world of a difference.
K-pop. Let's go. Hi, Landon.
You guys remember Landon from our Twice vlog? He's the one who made the shirt that my sister's wearing right now. But guys, we are honestly super duper hyped for this concert. Not just because it is the legendary BTS, but because this is actually our first time ever seeing them in person. Fun fact about me is that I was actually supposed to see BTS during the Map of the Soul 7 concert. In Santa Clara for free. It was actually after the Stray Kids District 9 concert at San Jose State. Vlog up here. We met up with one of my friends after the concert, and she was like, "Hey Nathan, I have a spare ticket to go to see BTS, the Map of the Soul 7 concert at Levi Stadium. Do you want to come with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do a free ticket to BTS. Yes, let's do it." And then COVID happened. COVID canceled the Map of the Soul 7 concert. So, of course, didn't get a chance to see BTS back then. And then their military service happened, so that added even more of a wait time. But now, we are finally here, baby. We're here. Alright everybody, so because this vlog is super duper special to both my sister and I, we have decided to bump up the quality just a little bit. Well, does it look that way? I don't know.
You know, despite we're not using the usual vlogging equipment, we're hoping at least it looks a little bit better or looks similar. Can you see all of our imperfections?
Yeah. Can you see our pores? Can you see our wrinkles? Can you see our age?
No!
Can you see our white hairs forming? Going up the stairs, even though our section's not up here. We just want to see what the stadium looks like. There's another set of stairs. Whoa. So just for reference, wow, look at that. Look at that stage. Sheesh, look at that. Oh my God, look at that stage. The reality is just finally hitting me now that we're here. Wow. I mean, this isn't our seat. These are, this is the ADA section. We just came up here for the views. You know, it's never until like we're in the actual venue itself where the reality just like it hits you. You're here.
It hits you like a ton of bricks, man.
I love your Super Tuna shirt.
I like your Super Tuna. Wait, you need gin. You need gin.
Oh, you even have a little turtle on there too. That's cute.
Yeah!
Yay! Let's go!
And you got the swimmers too.
I like your outfit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yay!
Yay! Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You too. Changji. Swim. Swim.
Open up your skin.
Swim. Swim.
Hi. Can we just get one of the regular hot dogs?
63.61.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I can help us next.
All right, guys. So we just got a hot diggity dog. So now we got our refreshments. We're heading down to section 115. All right, everybody. So now we're about to head into our section 115. So let's go along with us as we enter the tunnel to our seats. 115. Woo! Section 115. 115. Whoa.
There's a concession stand here.
Whoa. This is insane. We're E, that's O-N-M.
1314.
Yeah.
1314?
1314.
1314.
Oh my God.
What?
This is crazy. What? This is our view? This is our view?
What?
What? We get to see them right there?
What?
This is wild, bruh. Y'all, check this out. Come on. Come on now. Look at come on now.
We're gonna do the idol walk. Literally.
Right there.
100 feet that way. What the heck?
This is our seat. What do you mean we get to see BTS? Like, right? What?
Redemption!
All right, so this is our view from section 115, row E. And this, oh my God, the floor is right there. The floor's right there, fam. All right, y'all, so one thing that we forgot to do outside is our fit check. So what do we got?
It's like the most important part of the vlog. I like to have themed outfits and everything. Theme. I wanted to play personally into the Arirang theme. Sorry, it's kind of loud. I wanted to play personally into the Arirang theme, but also feature our friend Landon's jersey that he made. It is modern day hanbok, so this top hanbok, the brand Sunday School. Inside is Landon's jersey. Here you go.
Nice.
Plays into the whole Stanford University jersey theme,
Yep.
as well as the classic BTS logo here.
Yep, the
really
literal bulletproof
Yes.
vest.
Yeah, so like I was contemplating so hard if I wanted to do the classic like BTS jersey, the black one, but I was like, you know what, I need something that's like more unique, more color. So I'm very, very grateful that Landon created this jersey, so I wanted to play homage to that, so shout out to him. And then shorts from Uniqlo, as well as Doc Marten platform boots, because of course, just in case we're standing in front of tall people, gotta make sure that we are, you know, boosted a little bit. And then accessory wise, got some chrome hearts going on here, as per usual.
Yup.
What else? Chrome hearts here.
I know that's right.
Gentle Monster shade, of course. Clear bag.
And who do we have here?
Yonten.
Yonten! Yay! Yay, Yonten! You made it! You made it to your father's concert, buddy!
You did it, buddy!
Yay!
A creator called Made by Melanie. That's my fit.
And then for me, so I am a Day Zero army, and like you, I was also contemplating on wearing the original BTS getup from their debut days, but who else would come in a fit like this? Super Tuna, baby! Chumchi! This is the Super Tuna fishing vest from Jin's solo tour, and I complement it with the Super Tuna shirt. It does run a little bit long. I did tuck it in a little bit, but honestly, I think it looked kind of great. I didn't think there'd be a lot of Super Tuna enjoyers around here, but I found so many people wearing Super Tuna paraphernalia that I'm almost like crying. I'm not sure if you can see from like I'm kind of like tearing up. I'm a little overwhelmed that we're here. So I'm a little emotional. Fisherman pants and my most comfortable shoes, because we're gonna be jumping all night. We need the most comfortable getup and shoes ever. All right, the clear bag.
Gotta do the clear bag.
And then Arirang Crew lanyard.
From NorCal Nunas, I believe.
Then last but not least is the little 7 bomb that we got from the merchandise booth. And then last but not least, the hook. I was debating either between the fisherman hook or the Chrome Hearts dagger, because this is more on theme with Super Tuna, because hooks, fishing, tumte, and I don't get to wear this too often. So
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you. But I decided, why not both? Porque no los dos, right? So just right here.
There you go.
I'm just having both of them.
There you go. It's been maybe a good 20-30 minutes already. It still hasn't hit us, and we wanted to get a different section. My God. We're good. We're good.
I like this.
Good decision.
I very much like what we have here. But maybe what Ched Jong-un from ISNA said is right. Maybe simplest is best.
I thought you were gonna say, oh, low battery.
Low battery. So in an effort to conserve battery, guys, we will see you when the concert begins. We'll see you when BTS is up there. Bye. BTS! 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 Woo! Let's go! Oh, I see! Oh! Woo!
Never ever choose every one of your bills. Beat drop when you dancing. Watch this, we going hooligan. We packed up, we acting a fool. Good cup, Shake a destiny to pick a cute. Ugly, if I know. Watch this, we going hooligan. We the mess, gonna get a bigger market. And I'm done. Gonna get a better market. Run the clock. It goes let me honey talk about the business. Everybody know now what the king is. Are you for real? For real? For real?
Sanford, how you doing tonight?
Yeah!
Sanford, how you doing tonight? Okay, here we are. Yes.
Go, Stanford!
Turn on!
And it's the first night in Stanford. Let's make this one count. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone ready to go all out tonight? It's an unbelievable view. I'm seeing right in front of me here. I believe
Damon! That hair is beautiful!
This time truly unforgettable.
아리랑 투어 Stanford.
Yeah!
You guys, are you ready?
Dang!
Okay, Army, you ready to have fun?
Yeah!
Then make some noise! I can hear you guys.
Tonight, I'm trusting you guys. I've got a feeling about this crowd. Guys, this is very unusual.
Namjoon!
It's 7, it's very early, it's too bright, so it might be a little embarrassing and rare, like, stage. So, that's why we need your energy. Guys, have to show the energy. Let's go!
Yeah! Let's go!
Let's go!
living I too hard to break out. We can't relate. Cause I know we dead. You said we should. Damn the best, damn the best, damn the best, damn the best. 이루어지지 않는 꿈속에서 수많은 꽃이 피어났어. So easy, make it so hard. Last night kings, I just wanna get lost. Nothing, baby, I just swim, swim. Waterfall in all this skin. I just wanna die. Wanna slow down, wanna slow deep. Take it up with me, and never get it going. So to my song, she's done. You're the only place that I wanna be, yeah. Swim, swim. I just spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. I wish that I could dive inside. I wish that I could run away from you. Can't deny this merry-go-round. Can't get over this drown. Can't get over this drown. Carry on the road. We gon' celebrate you. My life is like a broken roller coaster. But maybe I'm the only one to breathe. I can't get this merry-go-round. I can't get over this ride. This ride.
Whoa, what? Let's go!
그래 바깥처럼 그게 말이 쉽지 우리 끄끄로가 내가 뛰어넘니 머리가 부러졌다 We don't stop.
Let's go!
Everybody put your hands up to the sky. Let's go.
Everything I like a dozen times. No one has to picture, yeah, you're so nice. Suddenly, part of me is telling me other things they calling me, but what the hell you want from me? Run away outside, don't know what I want. Wish I had a minute just to turn me on. Now we know, now we come to you. Now we know, now we come to you. I knew the feeling was right.
Army, your energy is not no more tonight. You guys can get way crazier than this, right?
Everything feels perfect. Except, I see a lot of flaws right now. We came all the way here to see your face. That's right. Let's put them away. Live this moment together.
Alright, we gotta show all the CDs and professors.
Today we find natural day. 언젠가 모션이겠지 don't know. natural day. 이제가 오늘 아니지 don't know.
Taehyung, John Jungkook, BTS. Mike Bushie. Let's go! Did you see my man? Hey, hey, hey! My God!
We're gonna charge together, alright? Are you ready for some fire?
Everything lit is fire! Everything lit is fire! Everything lit is fire!
Yo, everything big is fire. Oh, 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 I see you jumping. Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire. She wanna take some fire. Everything gets is fire. Don't play too close, too close, too close. Even that gasoline. Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire. Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire. In the region one more time.
Let's go!
Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire. Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire.
Let's go!
Let's rock!
Hey, Stanford Army, you are something else. This place is on fire.
Now you know what's up. Now you know what's up. Alright, do the energy, guys. Sure.
Yeah.
We don't want to stop right now, don't we?
Okay. Let's move right to the next song. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Not enough, not enough.
Are you ready?
I need the whole singing show. Let's go. I got my eyes on the road in the front.
You can show me love in myself, hey! It's showtime! You can show me love in myself! Let's go! Hey! Hey! Thumbs up with that spotlight, hey! Little superhero got twin!
Baby, don't do me like that. 벌써 시간이 많이 지났네. 정해져 돼. 그동안 별리가 시작이네.
Lord on the floor, you checking on the door. What the hell am I doing this for? That hate metaphor.
사람들의 벼락은 그라워도 그래도 그것도 날 대신한 past the pain 매일 나와서 우리 unity 그 대답을 찾은 rover knows you Can I come over or over cause it's not over
Yep, side. This one you got to sing with us, alright? Let's go!
Smooth like butter criminal on the butter hot like summer yeah making you sweat like that break it down making you fall like that. Break it down. 1, 2, 3. Let's go! We don't stop. We gon' make it rock and he said. We gon' make it bounce and he said. Let's rock and roll. Kick out, kick the floor, on the Rolling Stone. A nice thing and I got my paper. Let's go. This can't happen when you hear the bass. Oh, I'm ready. Lots of sweetest honey. Get this beach train like money. So let's go. I can't stand in this house tonight. So sweet, baby. Tell lies, skies are lies, so it goes to great stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the medicine, so you can keep your eyes on the ball. Let's go.
I want to hear more from Army. What do you want to sing? What do you want to sing?
What's your favorite song? What's your favorite? Okay, one more time. One more time.
Pick up number.
I like number 29.
Number
29! DJ Speed, that's it!
Everybody say no.
This wasn't 2014. 2014. DJ Spirit of Action!
말에 너도 잊을 거래 다 작업 없어 그냥 하던 하자 해
정국아 상의 탈의해줘.
정국, take off your shirt. I cannot.
정국아 벗어줘.
정국, take it off.
애너랑 앙통맨이 이러지 몰랐네.
Now who's first?
Who's first? Junior first. Me first? Yeah, no,
No, Jimmy first.
JK first. Take it off.
Hello?
오늘 한국어로 할 거예요.
I'm gonna do it in Korean today.
일단 여기 처음 와보는데요.
It's our first time here in Stanford.
왜 이렇게 좋을까?
Why is it so good?
여기서 지내고 있는 시간 동안 시간이 되게 행복하고요. 너무 즐겁고 오늘 공연도 그 즐거운 마음으로 기다렸었는데 역시나 아주 행복한 시간을 지금 보내고 있는 것 같습니다.
Time we were here, we were feeling really happy and so good. And I was waiting for this concert today with such a grateful mind and happy mind. And once again, we're having such a great and joyful time here today.
오늘 조심히 귀가하시고요. 너무 행복했습니다. Love you guys.
Please get in safely. And I was so happy today.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Stop it. Stop it, please. Can you hear me? 여기 처음 와봤는데요. 정말 너무 여러분들 너무 예쁜 거 아니에요?
It's our first time here and everyone. Why are you guys so beautiful?
그리고 제가 알기로 여기 공연장을 잘 열지 않는 곳이라고 알고 있는데 이렇게 이례적으로 열어서 여러분들과 이렇게 마주할 수 있게 된 게 너무 행복하고 영광스러운 것 같습니다.
I believe that this venue doesn't open up to everyone commonly, so we're one of the first ones to be here, and we're so happy and honored.
Thank you. 네. 여러분들 오늘은 유독 뭔가 여러분들의 목소리로 공연장을 가득 채웠던 것 같아서 행복했고 오늘 밤이 되면 날씨가 더 추워지니까 조심해서 가세요, 여러분.
everyone, today especially, I feel like your voice really filled up the venue, so that made me so happy. And it's gonna get colder as the night comes, so everyone, please get home safely.
Love you guys.
Love you, Jimin! Yeah, Jim! Whoa!
Hi everyone, I'm Jin. Stanford is beautiful for vacation and even to live. What an honor to be here. Stanford, you're the best. Thank you, bye bye.
스탠퍼드에 처음으로 왔는데
It's our first time in Stanford.
아 피자 진짜 맛있던데요?
Wow, pizza here is so good.
피자가 여기가 제일 짱인 것 같아요.
I think Stanford got the best pizza.
그리고 스탠포드에는 또 대학교가 유명하다고 들었는데 혹시 여기에 스탠포드 대학교 다니시는 분 계세요?
And I heard Stanford has a lot of famous university. Do any of you guys go to Stanford?
I work here!
그러면은 맛있는 피자 먹고 이렇게 이쁘고 멋진 아미분들이랑 또 멋있는 공연하러 오겠습니다.
And next time we're in Stanford, I'll make sure to get that delicious pizza and to see you beautiful, cool, amazing army.
Namjoon!
See that? I'm having my best time of my life right now. Honestly, like I was a little bit surprised when we started the stage because like it was too bright, so I could see her face really well, like which was good but embarrassing at the same time. So we needed a little time to like ice break, but from like not today, like we went crazy. So I'm so happy and satisfied. And like Jimin said, Stanford doesn't open this precious place to, you know, like not so many people. I think, as far as I know, only Coldplay has done the stage. And we and you are the second. I hope you had a great night too, okay? Sending my love and heart to you guys. Love you.
저는 3년 전에 디데이 투어로 이 근처에 오게 됐습니다.
So I was here about 3 years ago for D-Day tour somewhere nearby here.
그때 샌프란시스코에서 공연했었는데 이번에는 스탠포드네요.
Back then I did a concert in San Francisco and this time we're in Stanford.
근데 날씨가 너무 좋고 이틀 전에 쇼핑몰 가다가 참 많은 아미분들 많이 쳤거든요.
The weather's so good here and 2 days ago on my way to the mall I saw a lot of armies.
보고 놀라고 그냥 가시더라고요.
You guys see me and you get surprised and you just leave.
너무 좋았습니다. 여러분 대화가 너무 좋으셔가지고 아무튼 오늘 공연 너무 즐거웠고 여러분들의 그 열기와 열정에 또 감동받았습니다.
That was so great. What a great banner, you guys. I think we had a great concert today and I was so surprised by your passion and your heat and your energy.
다음에 꼭 다시 오겠습니다, 여러분들. 감사합니다.
Well, make sure to come back next time. Thank you, everyone.
So this is Stanford, huh? This is Jane area, huh?
I know that's
The weather is beautiful, the vibe is beautiful. Just being here feels comforting. I think that's why we were able to go all out tonight. You are incredible tonight. You guys killed it. One last time. Let me hear your scream!
Alright guys, this is the last part of the show. We're gonna show you what we're really made of. Sing along with us right to the end, okay? Yeah, let's start.
Baby, oh please, just send me a ring on a birthday. All I want is you. 시간 나 따라가. 다시 몇 개쯤에 다시 깨져나가지.
Oh, you got it, oh, you got it,
Baby,
right?
oh please, just send me a ring on a birthday. All I want is you. You want it, I do the thing for it. I'm my girl, Jack. Johnny, don't you think I ain't gotta say?
You want me just all day, all night. Love you from the front, back, left, right.
I'm gonna get right now, in the hell I'm down. All I want is you. If you want it, I do the thing for it. If you want it, I do the thing for it. All of me, I'm giving you your birthday. Like the second and again right now, in the hell I'm down. All I want is you.
Love you guys. We put for you.
Ready, action. Baby, you remind me. I want someone like you. I want someone like you. Ooh, nobody knows me as well. You call, I run, dark days, and find the sun. Just wait. Baby, what you want? Baby, what you need? Tell me how you feel. 24, 24, 7 to 24, 24. The young and the adult. Go on, just run and go. You call, I run, just wait. And if you run out of time, I'll chase something with, never to fall behind. Thank you, man. Ariel. Thank you. Now, bye-bye.
Second floor, third floor, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love you. Thank you, guys. 얘들아. Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys.
Alright everybody, thank you for coming out for our vlog today. My name is Nathan.
I'm China.
This has been SYJ Official, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. Thanks, Akriti.